Change in plans. As you can see, the RRD manifold is not in the car, and you're probably wondering why. So am I. Not really. I know why it's not in the car, and it's in a box inside the house being shipped out. So we have the opportunity to work with RRD Racing Development on their adapter kit to fit the S54 throttle bodies and S54 intake and all that to the S50. As you guys can see, we have all this out and cleaned up because we picked up yesterday a set of S54 throttle bodies. So these are OEM throttle bodies off an 01 M3, and what we are going to do / make happen is RRD Racing Development sending us their adapter kit. We are mounting these throttles to the S50. So we are going to stay ITB and just go a little bit more of an OEM look or feel. So still staying ITBs, just going OEM with their new kit, and it's able to mount the big, well, we can actually use whatever intake manifold we want for the E46 M3 in the MAF with all new injectors, fuel rail, all that stuff, and a tune from Castle Performance. So we are going to get this all kind of finished up, but right now we are still waiting on all the RRD stuff to come in, which is going to be a week or so, and I have to source some more little parts like the fuel injector rail, fuel injectors and stuff like that, but I got some feelers out locally. But for now, we are going to take these babies and we are going to clean them up. As you can see, they're pretty dirty, but they're just throttle bodies, nothing too crazy, but they're just metal and actuators. So gonna get this all cleaned up. We're gonna clean up our spots for all our vacuum where everything fits, but we're gonna get these cleaned up. I'm debating if I want to take these apart and have them powder coated or just cleaned up so that they look nice in here. I want them to look really good. So most likely probably gonna just be cleaning them up and hitting them with some polish and stuff like that. But let's get these cleaned up. I'm gonna hit them with a little degreaser first because they have some major buildup in here. And we're gonna let that kind of sit in here in the initial tubes. What I'll end up doing is when I get done, I'll go through all these and actually with a Dremel with a little brush on it, and we'll clean out all of the inside, all of it, so we make sure we get it, because you can already see the insides fill with just buildup and crap that probably has been sitting on an old M3 for a while. So we'll let that soak in and then we'll come back. So we've let this sit for a little bit. We're gonna go through and see if this stuff will kind of wipe off. It's super thick. And it is, but it's still on there really good. So we'll soak it some more. So while those are soaking, we are going to tape up our holes into our cylinder head so that nothing falls down in, because we are going to have this open for a few weeks while we source all our parts and get all of our pieces so that we can do all this. I'm also thinking about ordering a new fuel filter for the M3 while we're here. Since we have all this off, it's something I should have done before, but I didn't. But now that we're going to be open for a little bit, might do that. But I know we have to rework our fuel lines for the S54 stuff. This hard line, depending on what fuel rail we end up going with, might do an AN line for fuel return, because that is the fuel return line. That's this one's the fuel feed line, fuel return line. So just depends. But now that we have that all covered up, nothing can fall into our cylinder head. We'll get back to these. Time to see how dirty these are. Oh my god. Oh wow. Those are dirty. Gosh. Yep, those are still massively dirty. Oh, look at that. Yep. Huh? No, that one's still not clean. Okay. Back to the bucket. So, put these suckers back in this bucket. Close up our throttles. And soak these babies. Empty. We're gonna use a Dremel, and we just have like a little flat brush on it, nothing crazy, just to see if this stuff will knock loose. So let's get to cleaning. So let's spray these out again and see if we can't clean these up. Okay, well, now we need some brake parts cleaner. So, our throttle bodies are now officially clean. I didn't film a lot, but we did hand polish all of this. It's frosty because it came from outside, but you can see all this is hand polished. All our throttles are cleaned up. Everything, it's looking good. I do want to clean up a little bit of our housings here. So once we clean those up, this will be ready to go. Our fuel rail and injectors and everything are on their way. If you follow my Instagram, you already saw we got our fuel pressure regulator. We got our fuel lines, we got all that stuff. So the E46 stuff is a returnless. So this hose will go away, and our fuel filter that we talked about replacing down here is gonna get completely replaced with the E46 M3 unit, which actually fits, it actually fits back under here, but I don't know if we had the space down there to fit it. If not, it'll fit right in that location of where this one goes, because there's a feed line And I think that's the feed line. Yeah, it's the feed line. So we'll take the feed line up and replace it with the E46 unit, because this one is not going to be used anymore, neither is this one. We'll do our feed line up to the rail, and once our RRD mounting bracket comes, we can actually bolt all this stuff up. But one thing we do have to do is we do have to remove these studs, as the RRD kit comes with all new bolts. Actually, they're bolts, not studs, so they're bolts to bolt the adapter to the head. So we'll have to double nut and take all those out here shortly, or whenever we do this. But no rush, because we're still like a week or two out on all that other stuff. A lot of this stuff that gonna go. We have a whole new ICV stuff for the S54. We're gonna run all that stuff for there. These are all sensors for other things. This is the oil sensor. I don't know. A lot of this stuff is unplugged, but I gotta figure all that stuff out. But yeah. So as you can see, our throttles are clean. They're done. They're ready to go in. So hopefully here shortly in a video, next video maybe? No, maybe not the next video, we will have our RRD adapter kit, and we will do a full install. I don't know if you guys saw, but Jimmy Oates just did this exact RRD kit on his E30 swap, his S52 E30 swap. He's running the exact same kit. Granted, he's doing link wire ECU stuff. I really would love to do that, but can't afford that right now. So we're just gonna do a chip tune. I have a few, but I think we're gonna go with some class C. I don't know. And RRD sent me some information on the chip tune to get, that they do it. They all well and done. So we're probably gonna grab that one just so we can get this thing started and running. So that we can also finish the bodywork at the same time and have this thing back on the road, guys. So thanks for watching this video. We have a lot of work ahead of us on the engine and the body, but we're getting there one day at a time. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.